Welcome to the characters we work with, where art imitates life, and the people who entertain us on TV are strikingly similar to those we work alongside every day.
Ever notice how some of our favorite sitcom characters have a knack for showing up in our everyday lives? Imagine walking into the office on a Monday morning, coffee in hand, and suddenly you're not in your typical 9 to 5, but on the set of Seinfeld. Time to put on your puffy shirt or urban sombrero and kick back with a cup of coffee and a black and white cookie as we dive into our Seinfeldian workplace. The George is never above pointing a finger at someone else. Whatever the reasons may be, they lack the self-esteem to believe that you will like them for who they are, and ever become a person who is trustworthy and cares as much about others as they do about themselves. Unfortunately, the Georges of our workplace will never change. They will continue to lie, cheat, and steal to get people to like them. As you have likely seen, Georges don't last for very long around the workplace. Intelligent, hardworking, talented, and looks the part of upper management, she is willing to have fun, be silly, and even embarrassing in the spur of the moment when the situation calls for it. The Elaine will put herself out there for her people, happy to take on a lead role on a project, and also be the one to get the party started as the first one on the dance floor, even though she clearly does not know how to dance. Through the kicking and the thumbs and lacking even a single iota of rhythm, you see that the Elaine loves it. And that's not helping either. But her joy and willingness to be funny, have fun, draws you in and makes her a beloved friend and colleague, for whom you are thankful to have by your side. The Kramers around the office, we recognize, are a bit out there. They march to the beat of their own drum and sometimes do things that defy logic and reason. But they are as loyal as the day is long, and will be the one to raise their hand to help you out to finish a project or step in when you can't be there, and they are the most likely to say yes if you need a ride or help moving. Because of their generosity of spirit and oddball humor, you can't help but enjoy the Kramers' presence. The quirky habits, crazy diets that range from carb-free to carb-only to adding extra MSG to their Chinese food, only serve to make you smile more widely when the Kramer is around. His complete lack of social awareness sees them walk innocently into the room when you are in the middle of conducting a meeting where he will assuredly say the wrong thing, but all of which is part of what makes the Kramer a solid and lovable colleague. Who is Bob Sacamano? He is Kramer's longtime friend, as you understand it, mentioned in many a story, part of his mysterious personal life, and sometimes on the other end of the phone. We are aware of him, we believe he exists, but never actually meet him. In many a workplace there exists the Bob Sacamano, whose name you hear or see mysteriously attached to projects, some of which you were actually a part of yourself but can't recall what part Bob played. You'll hear others tell stories of projects and work where they have met with and been around Bob for weeks at a time. You hear of trips and after-work drinks that were had where Bob was a central figure, time and time again. This only intrigues you further in your quest to chase down and document the Bob. He is the office Bigfoot. Smart, easygoing, and positive are some great traits to exhibit in the workplace. And the Jerry is the one you can count on to add levity to even the most stressful situations. Having that person who helps you through a fairly mundane or even stressful workday by giving you a smile, a laugh here and there, and can be counted on to have your back when you need them, is worth its weight in gold. Yes, the Jerry can be petty, a little sensitive, or spiteful when he believes someone has done him wrong. He will occasionally have bouts of immaturity or be overly animated, but even those times make you laugh. The Jerry cannot not be funny. He is must-see around the office, and why you and most consider him the straw that stirs the drink. So there you have it. A day in the life of Seinfeld, or should we say, your office. From the neurotic to the eccentric, from the straight shooter to the peacekeeper, we've all had our fair share of Seinfeld moments. And while we may not be living in a New York City apartment or hanging out 3 times a day in the coffee shop next door, it's clear that the world of Seinfeld isn't a whole lot different from our own workplace as we might think.
Thanks for watching. To see more of the characters we work with, stop by the Break Room blog section at careerion.com.